Hello folks, this is Sullla speaking, and you're listening to a commentary video for League of Legends, this one featuring Sion. In this game, this is from last week's Tuesday game night, in which we're playing a custom game, 5v5, complete pre-made, so all people on both teams in a custom pre-made. I'm playing as Sion, Seirun is playing as Shaco, Metallion, who uses the username Noobstar, is playing as Misfortune, Magus is playing as Aurelia, Cynical Brit is playing as Shen, and we're playing against Bristols, Varus Nox, Ramen Soup Cooker, Dulé, and Mookie and Jay. And here's a surprise, this video is actually not going to be cast from my point of view. I was sent this replay by Varus Nox after the game, so you are going to be seeing the game from the other team's point of view, and I'm going to be watching what the other team was doing throughout this game along with you. So this is going to be a little bit of an interesting experience for me, getting to watch a game in which I'm actually on the other team, but I thought that that would be a very interesting and kind of unique way of watching a game that I played in to see what the other team was doing during the game in which I was playing. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting experience for me too, but we're going to go through and we're going to see how things turn out. So let's see, here we go, starting items, you can see. Varus is going to be playing as Trundle, who of course is going to be the jungler for the other team in this game. You can see he started with cloth armor, 5 health pots, and he's going to start at the blue buff. I guess neither team has a clairvoyance in this game, so that means that we're going to be limited in terms of map sight, but we'll just have to watch what's actually on the screen and not rely on clairvoyance for this game. Alright, I don't know that much about Trundle. He's pretty much always played as a jungler. I suppose he can be played as a laner, but you're pretty much always going to be seeing him played as a jungler. I, of course, am actually going to be playing as Sion in this game. You can see Dulé was asking if this was my first time, and I said no, but I'm not very good with him, which is true. Varus has decided to take his first point in Rabid Bite, which is pretty standard, I think. It's a melee skill. Trundle takes a bite out of his opponent. Instead of standard attacking, it increases his attack damage, and with his opponent losing half of that amount. So when he takes a bite out of someone, he gains extra attack damage for the next few seconds. Oh, Ramen Soup Cooker, our Malphite player, is going to disconnect, but I'm pretty sure he would be right back if I remember this game, because I'm pretty sure that this wasn't a 4-on-5 game. Alright, yeah, I see he's already back. Alright, Mookie is going to start the Golem, he's going to hit it once there, and Dulé's Nidalee is going to help out. Now Varus, you can see when he took the bite out of that Golem, notice that his attack damage goes up from 58 to 78. Oh, that wasn't a great job of tethering there. Golem regenerated a lot of health there. So yeah, gonna take another bite again. This skill's on a short cooldown. You can see only 4-second cooldown, so Varus can use it a lot, gives him all that extra damage. Smite's a little early, but it's not that big a deal. And now he's going to have blue buff, and he's going to use that for jungling. I'll also mention Trundle's passive here, Decompose. Whenever a unit near Trundle dies, he heals for 2% of their maximum health, and then that increases as his level goes up. So he heals as he kills things, so useful for a jungler. In terms of the other lanes, you can see I am up here in top lane, playing against Bristol's Ashe. So they got a Sion Ashe, kind of an interesting matchup. He's got the range advantage, but I have shield and stun. In the middle lane, Metallion's Misfortune is going up against Mookie's Malzahar, and I think this is actually one of the first games that Mookie has played with Malzahar, hasn't played it much. Then in the bottom lane, we've got a dual lane here. We've got Malphite Nidalee with Ramen Soup Cooker and Dulé against Aurelia and Shen, Magus, and Cynical Brit. So kind of a strange bottom lane. A lot of these champs you often see as solos, but I guess that's the way it's going to turn out for this game. And then for the other team, or the team I was playing on, Seirun is playing as Shaco. And if you noticed, there was some discussion about whether or not to go and pop Shaco's boxes, but ultimately they decided not to. That's a common technique to use to try to slow down Shaco's jungling in the early game, to go and pop his boxes. Anyway, Varus is doing a standard jungling path. After Golem, he went to Wolves, then after Wolves he went to Wraiths, and now he's going to the Lizard buff, red buff. So again, pretty standard opening for a jungler here. Still laning back and forth. Let's see, not too much going on in mid, not too much going on in top lane. I think I've gone back to heal. Down here in bottom lane, let's see, there's an engagement fight going on back in here and forth. Cynical Brit's going to flaunt in with Shen, and Magus is actually going to get killed by minions, and then Cynical Brit's going to get taken down by Dulé. Again, it looks like everyone's full health, but that's due to the replay client. I'm sure everyone was much lower. The reason why the people on my team got taken out there is just because look at this huge wave of minions. When you're low level, when you're at early levels, minions do a lot of damage. So the fact that there were all these minions built up meant that they were taking a lot of damage from that. Oh, and in middle lane, Mookie gets taken down as Seirun the jungler came in and was able to deceive it and get a kill. And unfortunately I missed that one. Should have been able to get that. Anyway, Seirun, it looks like Seirun left mid, and there was a ping from someone on the team. I can't tell who, it doesn't get saved in the replay, trying to let Bristol's know that Seirun Shaco was probably going to be coming up here. And indeed, there he is. He's going to deceive in, go invisible. I'm going to hit the stun, and then I'm going to finish him off with an attack there. So that's just a nice Shaco gank there, allowing me to get that kill. Otherwise, obviously, I wouldn't have been able to get that. But with Seirun deceiving in, coming in invisible, stealth, and getting in a hit on Bristol's Ashe, I'm then able to follow that up with a stun, break of Scion's shield, and we're able to get that kill. And let's see, Bristol's was winning the lane before that kill, but that's going to help me catch up. You can see he had more minion kills than me. He was ahead 20 to about 15, but now that I have that extra death, he's going to I'm going to be able to catch up a bit. Anyway, here's another kill, attempted a kill coming in on Metallion, but he's going to be able to get out of that. Takes a fair amount of damage, but is going to be able to escape. Anyway, as far as the other Trundle skills that Varus has been taking, he put his second point in Contaminate, which is an area of effect skill that Trundle throws down this, you can see it says affects target location with this curse for 8 seconds, and there it is right there. That's the Contaminate. That's this big circle here around here. And while the area that Trundle's Contaminate gives him extra movement speed, attack speed, and crowd control reduction. So it's not a skill that deals direct damage, but it makes him a lot stronger when he throws that down. And then at level 4, Varus put 1 point into Trundle's Pillar of Filth. When Trundle throws this down, you saw that, and when he tried to get the kill on Metallion a minute ago, puts down a pillar that can block things. It's like a Nivea's wall, and anyone who touches it gets slowed. So there's the Contaminate, there's the Pillar of Filth, misses the Pillar of Filth a little bit. Placement was a little bit off, and Seirun Shaco just deceived away from that. That is, he goes invisible and goes away. There I am placing down a ward here. So you can see Bristol's and I have both warded here. Generally a sign of players who are used to playing in a solo lane. You do a lot of warding and counter warding. So anyway, I'm going after Bristol's again, but he is just going to back off to the safety of his tower, because he knows Seirun's over here. Meanwhile, Trundle's doing, or Varus's Trundle is doing mini golems over here. But it looks like he's going to come over here to try to help out. And there's Seirun, so we've got the two junglers here. You can see them engaging back and forth. Bristol's is hawkshotting for extra visibility. But I guess it looks like we're going to back off, and we're actually not going to turn that into a larger engagement. And Varus is going to go back. On his first trip back, he bought boots, extra health pots, and a sight ward. That's a very standard first buy for a jungler. You need boots if you're going to play a jungler effectively, because otherwise you won't have the movement speed to come out of the jungle and get kills. I know that might sound kind of obvious, but it's the sort of thing that a lot of people don't think about. So if you're playing a jungler, you need to get boots sooner. He's also picked up longsword. I'm guessing that that's for Madred's Razor, cloth armor longsword. Probably, and then probably build into Wriggle's Lantern later on. Another useful item for junglers. So anyway, going pretty well so far here. Let's see, I'm still laning back and forth here. Mookie and Metallion still laning back and forth. Up here, I am still a little behind Bristol's in terms of minion kills, but I do have the 1 kill thanks to the Seirun gank that we got a little bit earlier. So Varus is just clearing his jungle again. He's going to do a standard path. I'm going to watch some of the lanes. Now I am going to ghost in here, and that's because Metallion was coming up here from mid. I'm going to hit on the stun and then try to get after him. Bristol's is going to arrow me at the tower, and then that arrow, along with the Fortify that came in from, let's see, who has the Fortify? Ramen Soup Cooker, this team's Malphite player, is going to be enough to get me. So we trade 1 for 1. I get killed, and Bristol also gets killed, with Metallion picking up the kill from middle lane. So again, even exchange. It's a shame that we weren't able to, that my team wasn't able to get that kill. I had to that we turned it into a tower dive instead of just being able to get the kill. One thing that I realized after this game was I took Ghost on Scion. I realized after the game I should have taken Flash, because then I could do Flash Stun, and that would likely be a lot more effective. Anyway, Varus is coming here to try to set up a kill here in bottom lane on Cynical Brit, and and Magus, our Aurelia player. But as you can see, it looks like looks like the other team probably has this warded, because they just backed off when he got there. The other thing that this team probably should have considered was, when you want to go for a kill, you want to have the people in lane lead. That is, you don't want to have your jungler lead. Normally you want to have the people in lane lead into the kill, because that means, see, like right here, Cynical Brit and Magus are leading in, and that allows Seirun Shaco to get in there before he gets seen. So It's just, if you wait for the jungler to start running in, they're going to notice the jungler running in and start to back off. But if the people in the lane themselves start and initiate, it might look like they're just being stupid or they're being overly aggressive. So you're much less likely that the other people are going to back off if you lead with your if you lead with the people in lane instead of trying to lead with your jungler. So again, just like, it's sort of common sense, but again, just something to keep in mind. Anyway, Varus looks like he's going for his red buff, and he has been putting his points in Rapid Bite. I think that's pretty standard. This skill, because this skill's on such a short cooldown, and it gives Trundle extra attack damage. Basically, I mean, this is where he gets his damage from Rapid Bite, in addition to the items he gets. So, makes sense. This is the skill you want to put the most points in. You probably want to go Rapid Bite first, then Contaminate, and 1 point in Pillar of Filth, and then max it last, because you don't really need more points in Pillar of Filth. And then Trundle's ultimate here is Agony. You can see he drains 100 health and 15% of armor and magic resist, then drains them again over the next 6 seconds. So actually can be useful to use on tanks because you can drain them of their armor and magic resist, or it can just be useful to use on carries just because you take them down quickly. So you have some flexibility in terms of using this skill going back and forth. It's not the greatest ultimate in the world, but you can see it's on a short cooldown, only 65 seconds, and I think it shortens with more points, not sure. Anyway, Seirun is going to deceive in here again, and then I'm going to hit on a Scion Stun on Bristol's Ashe, and together the two of us are going to get a kill there again. So Seirun helping me a lot. Obviously without his help, I would not have those 2 kills. Meanwhile, Metallion coming down here trying to go after the bottom lane, but they had the ward here, so that's a nice ward placement, allows them to see Metallion coming in, and so they're going to back off and avoid that particular attempt at a kill. Anyway, now Mookie came up here and tried to engage on me, my Scion, and I was able to escape from that. Mookie did ult me. You missed seeing that, but I remember from seeing that game, he ulted me, but I had enough health and I had my shield up, so I was able to avoid any real serious damage. The one problem was Cynical Brit, our Shen player, ulted me, and so that was a waste of his Shen ult, unfortunately, but oh well. Anyway, here Varus is covering the lane for who is he covering the lane for? Oh, I guess he's covering for Mookie, who went top for some reason, and now Bristol's is also top, so that's a little bit weird. I mean, Varus can hold this lane, but you can see Metallion is just too strong with the 6th level advantage, and the fact that he's Misfortune against Scion just has too big of an edge, so Varus can't really fight back. Meanwhile, Mookie and Bristol's, the 2 solos for this team, are up in the top lane, and of course, if I were to come out here, they'd be able to kill me, but I know they're there because I also have a ward over here, so I just went back to base as Scion, and so I'm getting them to waste a lot of time just standing up here. Like Mookie, by just standing up here, I mean, yes, it's possible that he will get a kill on me, but at the same time, he's allowing Metallion's Misfortune to just free farm in middle lane. Like, he has no one harassing him. He can just get all the minion kills he wants and also push on this tower. So having Mookie just sit up here in lane for all this time is really quite a waste overall. Like, nothing against Mookie, but this is wasteful for him just to sit up here in the lane over and over again. Now, they may well get a kill out of this because, again, this is their 2 solo champs up here in the lane, but the whole time that's going on, Metallion is free farming in middle lane. Anyway, here they're going to take down my shield, then I'm going to get Malzahar ult into an Ashe arrow, and they are actually going to kill me there. So that was a nice play by them, but they did use both of their ultimates, and again, the whole time that's been going on, Metallion has been free farming. So again, if you're willing to pull people into side lanes, you will get kills, but the one thing you have to keep in mind is whether that's worth it, because notice that as a direct result of that play, Metallion now has 91 minion kills, and he's just been free farming middle lane, and so he is now pretty far out in front of their solos, 59 and 78. So he's going to be extremely strong late game. And again, that's not by accident, that's not by coincidence, it's because they took their 2 solos and had them sit in top lane for 2 to 3 minutes. So anyway, not saying that that's necessarily the right or the wrong play, I just want to point out, because now Metallion, you can see, is very far ahead of Mookie in this lane, as a result of Mookie being off in top lane. Anyway, Bristol's coming over here, looking to come down here. They're going to put the 2 solos in this lane once again. Bottom, I don't think there's anything that exciting going on in bottom lane right now at the moment. Someone is pinging the blue buff on the other team. I'm not sure what's going on. I guess our Seirun Shaco is probably going for that. Anyway, you can see I placed down another ward there just for more map sight, more map coverage. And I'm going to continue farming up here in top lane. Bristol's going to head back up there. Anyway, Varus has been covering mid for quite a while. That's why, so all of his jungle buffs are going to be back up again. So he's going to go after them. I don't know what that ping was. I guess that's for me heading to middle lane. I guess that the other team was picking that. So he's going to go, and his blue's back up again every 6 minutes. So usually right around the 2-minute mark, again around the 8-minute mark, and then again around the 14-minute mark is when blue usually comes up. Something to keep in mind. If you have a clairvoyance, it's useful to check the other team's golem right around that time. Seirun coming in here, but he was actually slowed by Nidalee traps. Yeah, you can see they're fading from sight now. So that was able to give the other team sight on Seirun's Shaco, and so it doesn't look like he's going to be too effective here. He headed up to check blue, but it's already been taken by Varus, and now there's the Contaminate, there's the Pillar of Filth, but there's the Shaco Deception, so he goes invisible and just manages to head out of there. Oh, nice spear from Dulay's Nidalee there, doing a lot of damage on Magus. Anyway, now it's a 3-and-3 here in bottom lane. They're pursuing into bottom lane. Let's see if Magus is going to be able to get out of this. Looks like he is, so 3-and-3, and Ramen Soup Cooker, so there's now 4 people on this team here. And let's see, where is Metallion? Wow, total whiff on the Malphite ult there. Ulting just nothing. Metallion is not here. He's probably around here somewhere. Bristol's and I think we're both up in top lane. Yeah, we're still in top lane, but it looks like just about everybody else is down here. You really don't want to put this many people in one lane again, because you're just wasting a lot of experience in gold. Because there's nobody middle, that's a lot of experience in gold that's going to waste. So again, you don't want to put those people in. You don't want to put like 3 or 4 in one lane for a long period of time, because again, look, Metallion's doing exactly what he should be doing, which is just free farming middle lane while nobody else is there, while everybody else is sort of grouped up in other lanes. Anyway, Seirun is going to toss down a ward, so Dragon is double warded again. You can see both teams with a ward. Looks like Bristol's going to pick up this red buff here. Or no, actually, I guess they're going to give it to Varus again. It would have seemed like if Ashe came over, it would have made more sense to get that. Alright, anyway, let's see. Metallion is still pushing that lane. Yeah, you can see Metallion has most minion kills by quite a bit in this game. Seirun spotted by the enemy team's ward. I don't know what he's doing. I guess he put down a jack-in-the-box there, in that brush there. Let's see here. Let's see, I'm in middle, but Varus is over here. Mookie's going to ult me, initiate with the Malphite ult. Varus going to throw in the Pillar of Filth to slow me. I am going to continue to slip away, and I am just barely going to make it out of here with 20 HP. There's the extremely late Shen ult. It was too late to save me, and now it comes in. At this point, I wanted to go back to heal. I just wanted to go back to base, but our team, I remember when I was playing this, our team wanted to fight this, so they wanted me to stick around to fight this. I didn't think that was a good idea, but I decided I would stick around here with the rest of the team because that's what they wanted. And because I'm so low, I'm just going to get hit, not even taking much damage, but going to get taken down by Mookie. And then Bristol's is going to use Ashe ult and get off a... Metallion gets off a pretty good Misfortune ult, but then that Ignite is going to take down... That Ignite on Ashe, wow, a little interesting. That Ignite's going to take down Cynical Brit. So we go 0 for 3 on our team. The other team, Varus' team, goes 3 for 0, and that just turned into a really bad fight. And I just think that that was a bad play to try to fight that at all. I mean, in retrospect, it's kind of obvious, but with me taking that much damage, the correct play was just to go back and heal. Like, it's not good to do a 4v4 when one of your 4 is extremely damaged. And Seirun, I think, had taken a lot of damage as well. I think he was also pretty low. So we just went into that with a lot of champs at low health, and we would have been better off just not fighting that. So, again, next time I'm in that situation, I think I'm just gonna try to go with my gut instinct rather than trying to help out the team. I mean, you do want to help out the team, but at the same time, I just had a bad feeling about that engage, and it turned out not to work out. So, oh well. Anyway, you can see it's still very close games, 6-4 in total kills. Down here, there's an engage. The Varus' team is pushing on this bottom tower, and looks like they are going to get it. Bristol's has come down here. Of course, at the same time, our team is pushing on this top turret, and Mookie's going to have to go up to deal with that. So they get that tower. I think it's the first tower of the game to go down. I'm up here. Mookie's going to ult me, but I think that I'm going to be fine here. In order to pull off that combo effectively, you need to ult them while they're on Malzahar's... I don't know what the name of this skill is, the circle he puts down on the ground that deals damage. I haven't played Malzahar, so I don't know the official name of that skill. So yeah, if he ults and you're not on that particular circle, then it's generally not going to work out well. Alright, anyway, Malphite going to ult in here on Seirun's Shaco, and is going to get the kill. I would have thought that Seirun could have deceived over the wall, but I guess he was still stunned from that Malphite ult. So they're going to get that kill, and then it looks like Varus' team is going to go after this Dragon. Let's see, Dragon is getting pretty low here. I'm going to keep an eye and see who actually gets this Dragon. Now Metallion's coming in, getting off a nice ult here. Varus going to get taken down. Metalion doing a lot of damage. Metalion hiding in the back. Don't know why they're not focusing Misfortune. They should be. And Varus' team does not get Dragon. My team gets Dragon. Metalion picks up another kill on the Malphite player. Now everyone's pursuing that Ashe. Cynical Brit needs to get off a taunt here. Not going to. Were they able to take down Bristol's there? No, Bristol's is actually going to survive this. And Dulay's going to flash out with Nidalee. Cynical Brit going to dash after him. But with Dulay being so close to that tower, he's probably going to be able to make it out. One more hit. And I guess Magus is going to back off now. Okay, so that was not the best stun. Not the best stun there. Anyway, Metalion actually has full health, even though he's already revived and come back. So that's another case of the health bars not being accurate. That seemed like a pretty even exchange. I think that my team came out a little bit ahead because we did get the dragon off of that. And let's see, we're going to take down that tower. So that gives us a tower, and I think that's 1-1 now in towers and 7-7 in kills. So pretty even game overall. I wasn't in that last fight. I guess Mookie and I were just top, and so we weren't a part of that fight. Anyway, Seirun is coming in here, and they're going to take down Dulay, but that Fortify on the tower is going to take down Seirun, with Bristol's getting the kill. So another even exchange, 1-for-1 there. Although that was a bit... probably not the most necessary of fortifies. Anyway, Varus coming in here on Metalion. He's going to use the pillar to slow Contaminate for the extra move speed, but Metalion doesn't look like he has any trouble getting out of that particular engage there. Anyway, I am still in top lane. I'm still engaging with Mookie. Mookie is a couple levels higher than me. I believe I'm actually higher than level 11. I think that this is another case of the interface not updating on the replay. Anyway, they are going for Metalion here, but it looks like he's going to be able to make it out ahead of time. Oh well. Yeah, okay, see, I'm actually 13, not 11, so I am behind Mookie, but I'm not that far behind. Let's see, he has a lot of... he's way ahead of me in minion kills, though, 142 to 98. That has to do with the fact that... that Malzahar is a really good farming champion with his, Malefic Visions, I think is the name of the skill. There they go, getting blue buff again over here. Oh, you can see they actually said, if you lose it, you don't get it. Saying to Dulay's Nidalee, if you lose blue buff, you don't get it again, which is kind of funny. All these interesting conversations that the other team has that I'm not even aware of when I'm playing on the other team. Anyway, let's see, right now... we are going back and forth here. Seirun is in top lane. Obviously, he can't engage with Mookie because he's too many levels higher than me. Let's see, Dulay's down here. Bristol's Ashe is up here. Looks like they're trying to set up a kill attempt on me. Let's see, a Nidalee Spear, but without a stun, they're not going to be able to do much to me. And I'm actually going to get a Scion stun off on Dulay's Nidalee. Anyway, over here, it looks like Magus and Cynical Brit are diving after Ramen Soup Cooker. Not sure how much health everybody actually has here, but it looks like everyone's going to get away and escape without anyone actually dying. Up here, let's see, 3 people looking on engaging on Metalion up here. Bristol's, Mookie, and Varus, but looks like he was aware that they were there. Probably, my team probably has a ward over here and was able to see them coming, so was able to back off and play in safety. There's been a lot of warding in this game back and forth. I don't know if you've noticed that, but both teams have been placing down a lot of wards, which is a good sign. It means that people are playing smarter. People are not letting themselves fall for... not letting themselves get caught nearly as easily. So that's one reason why there's only been the 8 kills on each side, because people aren't getting caught because they generally have map sight. Anyway, Seirun here, Seirun getting trapped by Pillar of Filth. Oh, gets hit by Ashe Arrow and Nidalee Spear. But then there's the Deceive, and he's already back here, and he's already safe now, so he's going to be able to get out of that. Nice Ashe Arrow, nice Nidalee Spear. Now their team, Varus' team, is going to be all coming through our jungle here. I guess they're checking for blue buff. So this is a bit of a dangerous position for them, but they do have 5 around here. Let's see, right here, they're going to engage on Cynical Brit. Metalion is over here. Let's see, he's going to walk into the rush where Varus is. Oh, there's a nice Pillar of Filth, going to slow him, prevent him from getting back. There's the Contaminate. There's the Shen ult from Cynical Brit, nicely done. But Mookie's going to use the Malzahar ult and going to do a lot of damage. Cynical Brit now taking a lot of damage as well. Not able to get back to the safety of the tower, so there's 2 kills for their team. I'm coming in here trying to protect the tower, trying to engage, but this tower is going down, and now we just need to get out of here. Shouldn't have put myself in that position to begin with. There's the Scion Shield, but I'm still taking too much damage. Going to get taken down by Malzahar Malefic Vision. So bad engage for our team. The other team cleans up. Varus' team goes 3-0, and they were able to just win that fight pretty conclusively. Now they are going to go after Magus, and Bristol's and Dulay did a great job to circle around here, get him behind Magus, and they're going to clean up a 4th kill, and then with all of us dead, it looks like they're probably going to be able to get this tower as well. So just a really strong play from their team, cleaning up 4 kills together, and then also getting 2 towers. So that's taken this game from a very even position and put them into a big advantage. So we went from 8 and 8, 8 kills, to them being ahead 12 to 8, and them having 2 towers, both towers here in top lane. So just a very strong play from their team. They were able to pull 5 champs together, and then they were able to take us down because we didn't group up in time to try and stop that. We were just too slow in grouping up in order to stop that. So anyway, Sirun throwing down a ward there, counter warding there. Varus has picked up Wriggle's Lantern, as I expected. So you can see damage, armor, lifesteal, and it gives you the Madrid's Razor, passive chance to do damage to minions. And he's also picked up Mercury Treads, and then he's probably going to go back to buy soon because he has 2,400 gold, and he really should spend that soon. Oh, anyway, over here, Dulé has gotten caught a little bit forward. If we could get off a stun on him, we might be in good shape. But again, you have to keep in mind he is Nidalee, and that does mean that he's going to be able to get out of a lot of stuff. Anyway, Varus is going to go back here, and I think I'm going to take this opportunity to break the video up into 2 parts. So once again, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll continue this next time in part 2.